everybody, I'm Ashleen Caino from the My Best Self Project, and welcome to your daily Tarotscope forecast for Monday, the 1st of October. Happy Monday, happy October, woo, let's do this. Okay, so let's have a look at our cards for today. We have Balance, the Moon, and the King of Air. So a quick overview of the energy for today. Today is very much about exactly this, balance. It's about really balancing out your emotions, your thoughts, and not giving into fears and not getting caught up in anxieties or the past or the future. It's very much about just trying to master stabilizing and balancing your mind and your emotions. So it looks like it's a big day today. Okay, so let's break this down. Balance, also known as temperance. This card says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. So yes, this card is about having patience, but overall the message coming out here is very much about seeking to have more balance in your life. I'm very drawn to the water that's in this card, and actually there's water in the other cards here as well. The moon which rules water, and rules the emotions. It rules Cancer. So this to me is really telling me that this is about balancing your emotions, but also the mind, for the fact that we have the King of Air here, and this is all about your thoughts. And it even says on the King of Air card, balance mental and emotional considerations. So a very, very big theme in all of these cards today about how it's crucial to keep the balance between your emotions and your mind, and not let your mind get out of hand so that then your emotions get crazy, but like really maintaining balance in this area. And I love that it's even saying here cooperation and compromise. So it's about everything in moderation. So if you're finding yourself leaning too far into your thoughts, going one way and sending you crazy, or the other, it's like, no, just keep bringing yourself back and centering yourself right in the middle. And so here we have the moon saying important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. And I feel that's really what's causing the mental and emotional sort of pendulum swinging today, if we would say. It's coming from the fears. I believe that there's something on your mind that maybe you're letting your imagination run away with you a little bit, or you're leaning into the negative or the worst that could happen. And it doesn't mean that's actually what's going on, but there's definitely an element, I feel, of anxiousness, of fearing what if going on here. But it's also suggesting here with the moon card that this really is you doing the damage to yourself. It's not like this is actually based in fact, because it's saying here that these are holding you back, these fears, like you're holding yourself back by allowing these fears to hold you hostage. And I always talk about the imagery in this card of the angel tied to the post with one hand free. So it's like she totally has one hand to untie herself. So she's holding herself back against this post. She's holding herself back from not being able to move forward. She's keeping herself in this particular place with all the turbulent emotional baggage behind her and so much peace ahead of her. So it's simply about releasing these fears and not allowing yourself to be stuck at this standstill. Really finding that balance again of trying to like just maintain control here. That's what she has. She has control, okay? She has control over this situation. She has control over these fears and over these thoughts. It's just if she chooses to do it. And so it's saying here, by maintaining control, by maintaining the balance, you can really have a massive breakthrough for a start and show yourself what you're capable of when it comes to your mind and your emotions, and that your mind really does rule the emotions too. But it's also showing that you can create so much in your life. We can create so much turbulence and so much emotional upheaval just by letting thoughts run away, or we can create so much peace and happiness by simply choosing to use our mind in a different way. So here we have the King of Air, which says speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So the King of Air is very much someone who can speak his mind with truth, has very clear thinking. It says here brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. And I feel this is about you really taking charge of your thoughts. He's someone who can control his mind very well. He's mastered it. And that's what this is saying to you. It's time to master your thoughts, master your emotions, step forward. And what I like to say about this card is, he's walking in front of the troops here, right? If you imagine, like, this is like the scene in Braveheart where he comes along and everyone does doesn't want to go into battle with the English because they're going to get slaughtered. So he comes along and he rah-rahs everyone up. He gives a big motivational speech. And that's what I always feel is going on here. It's like he's getting everyone, he's instilling that belief in them. He's talking the talk to them. He's knowing how to getting them to control and master their emotions, even though he may be quaking in his boots too, but he's got his mind mastered. He's got his emotions mastered, and he's conveying that to other people. So that's what's saying here. Even if you're riddled with fear and doubt or anxiety or whatever's going on, take control of your mind. Be the king of air. Embody the king of air who's mastering those emotions and being able to speak clearly and concisely from a place that's already thought rationally about what's going on, and not necessarily letting your mouth run away with you based off of fears, if that makes sense. So getting really clear and getting really aligned and really in control of your mind and your thoughts and your emotions, so that you can then maybe engage in a conversation, if that's what needs to happen here, where you can speak in a really diplomatic, unbiased, impartial way, or even as it says, professional, speaking in a way that is not going to cause any more upheaval or upset, no accusations or like talking so emotional based off of a what if that is built up in your mind. So it's saying here, really keep that balance by keeping the control over your mindset. It's a very deep message today. Let me know if you resonate. I'm pretty sure we all do. We're very good at getting caught up in our emotions, aren't we? But it looks like it's a really big message. The same thing coming out of the 3 here is not to let our mind get the best of us and hold us back and hold us hostage, but actually keeping that control. Okay, so our angel message of the day, throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. That's what I feel like today's about ultimately. It's about keeping this balance so we can stay in a place of truth and not in a place of fantasy or a place of fear, a place of what if, a place of, it's so easy to convince ourselves that something bad is going on if we really let that spiral out of control. We really get lost in our fears when in actuality, it's us. We've made that all up in our own mind, and that scenario may not even be happening, and most likely not. So this is about really seeing your truth, knowing the truth, conveying the truth, speaking the truth from a place of having control over your mind and your thoughts and your emotions. So yes, lovingly speak your truth like the king of air is doing here, but he's doing it from that place of being diplomatic, from being impartial, from being really clear-minded and in control of his thoughts and emotions. And then we have our affirmation for the day. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So ultimately, if we're focusing on these fears, if we're focusing on the worst that can happen, then in actuality, we may bring those around. Then you may have something to actually be in fear about. Or what we could do is we could have balance over our thoughts and our emotions and not align the law of attraction with what we fear most. Therefore, we're not bringing it to us, okay? Crucial lesson here to really release those fears and don't let them hold us back. To know that maybe there's other things going on behind the scenes here as well that maybe is accounting for maybe strange behavior from someone else doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing what you think they're doing. So just remember that there could be other things going on here, but ultimately this is about having that control over our thoughts so we can manifest what we want, not what we don't want. So your energy of those fears and those doubts, or having control over that and feeling positive and full of love and vitality and confidence, all of that is what's really what we're going to manifest. So just remember, your energy and how you're feeling mentally and emotionally is what is going to create your reality. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's Tarotscope. Please like, share, tag a friend, or subscribe, and I look forward to bringing you a Tarotscope tomorrow. Bye.